in my third vignette, that young mother in Boston, in Brookline rather, at a candlelight vigil outside the clinic in Brookline where the shootings took place. It was a candlelight vigil, and she was there with her 2-week-old daughter, and she explained to the television crew, pointing to the child, "I'm here to preserve for my child the same reproductive rights that I've enjoyed." Meaning, of course, the right to have destroyed that child up to the time of her birth. And we say, that's interesting. If she had those rights as a woman, when did she acquire them? Were they a species of natural rights that flow to her as a female? In which case, she would have those rights as soon as she began to be, or as soon as she began her existence as a woman, which is to say, she would have had those rights in the womb. And her mother could not possibly have been in a position to sweep away those rights through the simple device of sweeping away in a stroke the bearer of those rights. But of course, that can't be the logic of it. Reproductive rights must imply that those reproductive rights have a trumping power over any claims of the child, so the understanding has to be that that child had these rights as soon as the mother, in some grand Nietzschean gesture, settled them upon her. Said, "I now confer upon you the right to live." But if that's the case, I think it should be apparent that if the child gains her rights in that way, they could hardly be natural rights, and indeed they could hardly be rights at all. For they don't begin, as I say, with any sense that there is anything intrinsic in the child, anything intrinsic in the person that we're obliged to respect if it doesn't accord with our own interests.